This is Matthew Tallarini from World Baseball Network here with the mayor of Paterson, Sayegh. Andre, how does it feel to be here at Hinchcliffe Stadium? It's been a while since the construction alignment 4 years ago. What's it like to just get it going here in Paterson again?
It's a proud and emotional moment. If you think about how long it took to get us to this point, it was quite the struggle, but it was worth it because it's not only about the past, it's about the present and the future. School 5 right behind us. It's a very exhilarating but long program, and you saw the youth were really exuberant. They deserve to play on a place like this. And when I say it's the real Field of Dreams, I mean it is the real Field of Dreams.
What is the next step for Hinchcliffe Stadium?
Yeah.
Does it have a step to gain with the Major League Baseball game at Hinchcliffe Stadium?
Glad you asked that question. I've been lobbying for a few years. I want to see the Major League Baseball Field of Dreams game played here at Hinchcliffe Stadium. Preferably the New York Mets, and if the Yankees want to play, we'll take them on here at Hinchcliffe. We'll take any team right now. But I feel like, with all due respect to the cornfield in Iowa, it's probably more suitable to play where Larry Doby, Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson played at one point, just to make sure that people recognize that this is a victory for history.
And just the event here, I mean, a lot of younger generations that are seeing this field for the first time. Turf Field, 1997 was the last time Hinchcliffe Stadium had an event here. What is the future going to hold for high school state championships in New Jersey?
Matt, that's a very valid point. Now think about this, 1997. You were talking about the youth. I don't think any of them were born when Hinchcliffe Stadium was last opened. And I feel like this is going to be a hub. It's going to be a mecca. You're absolutely right. I mean, people play in MetLife Stadium. But with all due respect, MetLife Stadium doesn't have the storied past that Hinchcliffe Stadium has. I'm a Giants fan who roots for the Jets out of sympathy.
Yikes.
But MetLife Stadium, quite frankly, doesn't stack up with Hinchcliffe Stadium relative to the historic events that took place on this field.
And what does it mean to have a lot of collectible items?
Yeah.
I mean, memorabilia stuff that's going to be right behind the 385 sign in center field. I mean, what is just the trace of getting all this archive and memorabilia back to where it belongs, where it once stood?
Yeah, first of all, I'm excited about Silk City swag. Anytime that we can promote Paterson paraphernalia, but also for people to have a piece of history to take home with them, any keepsake, whatever it may be. Even a piece of the field, not just yet. Don't we just?
The pitcher mound's dirt, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so
well, maybe take some dirt.
Yeah, take some dirt. Yeah,
but don't take like the turf, okay? But never. So
not ripped out.
What?
Right.
Or the seats? We just paid a lot of money. It's over $100 million. But what I want to also have happen is to have that museum tell the story of the struggle for social justice and the struggle for American integration in this country.
Now, have you been to the Kansas City Negro League Baseball Museum to see a lot of the history that has bestowed? Even they talk about Hinchcliffe Stadium. You are in one of the three stadiums that are still standing in the country. Hamtramck Stadium right outside of Detroit, Michigan. Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. What's it like to be one of the three stadiums that can just carry that history forward and just bring new memories to the local community of Paterson?
My wife and I went to Kansas City back in 2011, and we visited the Negro League Baseball Museum. We went back a month ago, and we met with Bob Kendrick, who's the president of the Negro League Baseball Museum, who called me this morning and said, I can't make it, scheduling conflict with the Kansas City Monarchs. But when we open up that museum in September, he said he will be here, and it'll be a partnership between the Negro League Baseball Museum in Kansas City and the one in Paterson. So if people can't make it to Missouri, they can come to Paterson and learn about the teams that played on this field and also in the Negro League Baseball.
What's just the biggest mark to just keep carrying Larry Doby's legacy? You have Larry Doby night in the next 2 months at Hinchcliffe Stadium for the New Jersey Jackals. What's it going to take to just have a big turnout crowd, the promotional scale of the New Jersey Jackals franchise, and let alone the city of Paterson?
Yeah. So Larry Doby was second to none. And Jackie Robinson integrated National League Baseball back on April 15th, 1947. Larry Doby, not to be outdone, he did a few months later on July 5th, 1947 with the Cleveland Indians at that time in the American League. Yes. So they integrated different leagues, but it was the same level of hate and hostility. Racism, both had to encounter. They stepped up to the plate against hate.
Well, here on Hinchcliffe Stadium, World Baseball Network, we're captivating a lot of the international scale news, the international players that have come along here at Hinchcliffe Stadium. Luis Tion Sr. I mean, just amount of legends. Martin Dihigo, he was the Shohei Ohtani of the 30s, two-way player.
Hopefully Ohtani gets to the Mets.
Right.
You look like a Yankee fan.
I'm a Yankee fan, yeah. So
I smelled it on you, sorry.
What's it going to take also for the upcoming talent that could say they played at Hinchcliffe Stadium, but they can go the distance to play in Major League Baseball and possibly outside of the International League overcast spectrum?
Interesting you say that, because last year a Patersonian was drafted by the Cubs. His name's Nazir Muley, and he's a two-way player.
Okay.
So somewhere at East Side, Kennedy, Passaic County Tech has Paterson students. Maybe some of these Catholic schools that have Paterson students is the next Ohtani, or is the next Nazir Muley, or the next Larry Doby,
or Martin Dihigo. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah. So this is the recap of everything else. Everyone just filed it out of Hinchcliffe Stadium, the new and rebirth of Hinchcliffe Stadium. I'm right beside the mayor of Paterson, Andre Sayegh. My name is Matthew Tallarini from World Baseball Network, and this is the concluded end of today for the rebirth of Hinchcliffe Stadium. Tomorrow, opening night.
Yes.
Who are the New Jersey Jackals playing?
You know, it doesn't matter. They're just playing, and they'll be here at Hinchcliffe Stadium.
At 6:05.
That is
and
correct.
who is spinning on the ones and twos? DJ Envy. I mean, that's going to be stellar for New Jersey to have a New Jersey resident like DJ Envy here in Paterson for the rebirth of Hinchcliffe Stadium. Well, we'll wrap it up here. Matthew Tallarini from World Baseball Network with the mayor of Paterson, Andre Sayegh.